the matrix is related to another concept called the determinant. So let's suppose that we have a square array, and notice that there are no brackets, but these are vertical bars. Then this means that we are dealing with something called the determinant. And so this is a 2 by 2 determinant because there are 2 rows and 2 columns. And so to find the value of this determinant, it evaluates to a single number, and it is simply go down the diagonal, so A times D, and then go up the diagonal, C times B, and so we then subtract down minus up. So let's go ahead and find in part A this determinant. So notice we can take 3 times 2, and we get 6, and we can take 5 times 7, and we get 35, and so we get 6 minus 35, which is negative 29. In part B, again, we do the same thing. Down minus up. So we have 4 minus negative 33 is going to be positive 37. So let's imagine we have a system of 2 equations and 2 variables. We can take the coefficients and we can form a determinant. We'll call that D. Then we'll take the column that corresponds to the coefficients of x, and we'll replace that with the right-hand side. So S and T, that's the right-hand side. We'll call that D sub x. Likewise, if we replace the y column with the right-hand side, then as long as D is not a zero determinant, then x is dx over d, and y is dy over d. Let's see an example. So here we have a system of 2 equations, and we're told to use Cramer's rule. So let's find D. D is the determinant based upon the coefficients. So we'll go down and then up. So we get 3 minus 8, which is negative 5. So D sub x, we will replace the first column, the x column, with the right-hand side, and then the coefficients of our y's. And then we go down, and up, and down minus up would be 4 minus 6. And now, D sub y, we'll take our coefficients, 3, negative 4, and replace the y column with the right-hand side. So down is negative 9, up is negative 16. So we get negative 9 minus negative 16, which is positive 7. So x is dx over d. So we get negative 2 over negative 5, which is positive 2/5. Y will be dy over d, which is 7 over negative 5. So we get negative 7/5. So our answer is 2/5, comma, negative 7/5.